Tests confirm it, I'm afraid. Cryptosporida muris.
Better phone the Rivers Authority, then. No sense in waiting for them to call us. Besides, I rather fancy stealing Turner's thunder.
You don't like him, do you?
What treatment do you recommend? Antibiotics?
Not much point. It's largely self-limiting. Treat it like you would scour. Your biggest headache's this overload of slurry.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Let's go. Hi, Dolly. Want me to take him? I'm going in.
Do you mind? Only I'm due to enrol at Skipdale at 10. It's like starting school all over again.
What am I doing, boy? Let's go and see what Nana's got you for breakfast, eh? Say goodbye to your mummy.
Mum, you're hurting me.
Oh, sorry, Pet. Right, well, be a good boy. See you tonight. Bye.
Bye.
What's this? Sponsored walk?
Morning, Mr. Turner.
I've got another 4 stone of fish to pack. Now, what is it?
We've just been out and ourselves to look around.
I didn't realise I'd become a tourist attraction.
It's not the place it was.
What?
It's obvious you're making a go of it, Mr. Turner.
I'm delighted you approve.
Well, considering most of your tanks are long overdue for a good clean-out.
Now, what is it that you two want?
You know, you shouldn't be doing a job like this, Mr. Turner. Not a highly skilled manager like you.
Oh, I mean, you should be devoting those skills to your business.
Yeah, leaving the manual work, you know, the packing and the cleaning and that, to your workers, you know, division of labour, like.
Right. You were wondering, you see...
Yeah, you were wondering if there were any jobs. Is that what it is?
Well, you know, Mrs. B being gone and Seth being under the weather, like.
As a matter of fact, there is a job.
Uh-huh.
I want 60 words a minute and shorthand. For that, I'll pay £25 a week.
Ach, now you're just being silly.
No, not at all. That's what I get a youngster for on the ET scheme. The government picks up the rest of the bill. Now then, who'd like to be first with the dictation test, eh?
Oh, go on, Kath. Look, it'll take me a fortnight.
Fortnight?
But all I need to do is replace the fish and the plants. It'll only take me a week or two to save that up.
Well,
Look, Kathy, if old Tate finds out, then he'll just sack me. Look, how about that money on top of the fireplace you were saving for the rent? Can you spare that?
There's not much there, Nick.
Yes, but there's enough to make up the difference.
You promise I'll get it back in a fortnight. You know, I'm not made of money.
Sure, no problem.
All right, then.
Great stuff. Thanks, Kathy.
Good morning, Mrs. Tate.
Hello, Mr. Turner.
Oh, Alan, please. No, Frank.
He's with his architects.
Ah.
So, what brings you to Home Farm? Nostalgia?
Oh, no. I'm just looking for somewhere to stable my hunter, actually, and I was hoping you might be able to help me. You've got plenty of room, after all.
At the moment, yes.
Are you buying more horses, then?
Maybe.
Oh, for your own use?
I'm planning on breeding.
Ah.
I'd rather you kept it under your hat for the moment.
Oh, of course. Hence the architects, eh?
No, that's Frank's business. So, why do you need stabling all of a sudden?
Well, I've been keeping him at Emmerdale, you see, but with all this business about the slurry, I really feel I ought to find somewhere else for him.
Oh, what a nuisance.
I'm afraid it's typical of the Sugdens.
Hi, please, Henry.
Nick Bates, did you drop a fish down my lavatory?
Whatever gave you that idea?
We're talking to Frank Tate.
You mean he knows?
So it was you?
Ah, yes, well, I had no choice, Amos. But does Tate know?
Yeah, lad, but I were able to put 2 and 2 together.
Yes, well, don't let him know, because, well, he'll sack me.
Oh, well, perhaps you'd better be more careful in future. You could have blocked all systems.
Yeah, look, I'm very, very sorry, Amos. All I've got to do now is replace Tate's fish, and I promise I'll never bring another one in this pub again.
Ah, you'd better not.
I will. There you go. Thanks very much, Henry.
Thank you. Now then!
Hello, sir.
Morning.
How are you feeling?
Much better, thanks, Henry.
Well, you don't look it. If I were to stick to reading short stories.
Thanks very much. You were touch and go at one time. Cryptosporidiosis can be fatal in certain cases.
Is that what you had? Well, I never.
I were hovering at one point.
What, on the brink, like?
Ah.
Fancy that, eh? Hovering.
Right, Amos, I'm just about ready to tackle spine.
You're not to have any beer.
Hey?
Strict instructions, Meg rang. No alcohol. Here, I've got these in for you.
Water?
She says that's all you're allowed.
It was water has caused trouble in the first place.
But not in a bottle.
Oh, come on, have pity, eh? What's ended a pint for over a week?
Yeah, I'd sooner face Genghis Khan than your Meg.
Henry.
Not me, sorry.
Here we are then, 65 pence.
65 pence? For a glass of water? I can get it cheaper out the tap.
Ah, but not with bubbles in it, or ice, or lemon.
It's beer I want, not bloody fruit.
Cheers.
Morning. Frank Zoe's dad.
Ah, right. Clever girl.
Aye. Can't think where she gets it from. She's been telling me you've got a problem with slurry.
Yeah, you could say that.
She's an idea how you can get rid of it.
Oh, aye.
Yes, you've got the fertiliser, and I've got the land.
Sounds good to me.
Great. Anytime you're ready, send the muck spreader down.
Hang about, Mr. Tate. What sort of fee did you have in mind?
I thought you wanted shot of it.
Yeah, we do, but seems to have become quite a valuable commodity. Should we say £200?
So he didn't tell me you were a comedian.
The life's full of surprises, Frank.
The way I see it, this stuff's an embarrassment to you. Now, you can either have it tankered away, and that's going to cost you a pretty penny, or you could have one man spread it over my land. A lot cheaper.
All right. Should we say 150? I've still got to pay that man's wages.
I'll pay for the transport, no more. 50 quid. Take it or leave it.
Well, I don't know about her brains, but I can certainly see where Zoe's got her tenacity from. It's a deal.
Well, the Sugdens run a bit of a tuppenny-halfpenny outfit. Very poor do, really. Their champion got equine flu a while back.
I hope he's clear now.
Oh, yes, no problem. He's as strong as a... strong as a horse. About money. I was wondering if we couldn't arrange payment in kind.
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Oh, no, I meant if I supplied you with fresh trout. And, of course, if you were interested, you'd be more than welcome to come on any of the shoots.
Well, I'd have expected that anyway, you being our tenant.
Yes.
But all right, I'll take champion for what you pay Emmerdale at the moment.
Oh, good.
There is a little kindness you can do me.
Well, name it.
I need an introduction to the Dundell hunt.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Well, perhaps we could discuss that over dinner.
All right, when?
Whenever you like.
8 o'clock?
What, tonight?
Well, unless you've got other plans.
No, 8 o'clock would be fine. Wonderful.
Perhaps you could have some of your trout to seal the bargain.
Yes, I was thinking of that.
Good. Well, enough for 3 then.
3?
Yes, you, me and Frank.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Our first case of cryptosporidiosis, the viver not in general, but it's going to get more common. Zoe Tate told me water authorities ain't got equipment to get rid on it, and chlorine don't kill it neither.
You didn't have a sort of out-of-body experience while you were offering, did you?
I don't know, I was asleep most of the time.
Well, apparently it's like floating over your own body.
Well, he's had 1 or 2 out-of-his-head experiences, in here usually.
Not much chance of that when you won't give me a drink.
Yeah, I've been thinking, I think we ought to help Nick Bates out.
Aye.
Aye, he's got to smuggle a batch of koi carp into Tate's Pond this evening. I thought I might give him a hand.
Give him a hand?
It's a big job, Mr. Wilkes. You can't just carry him in. They've got to be in water. Any road. Where's he going to keep 'em being aquatic St. Pond?
What's that got to do with us?
Well, I do feel a touch guilty. I didn't nearly let Frank Tate know.
All right, then. Well, you help him if you want to, but don't get me involved.
Oh, grand, Mr. Wilkes, grand. If you look after the pub, I'll give him a hand tonight.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Wilkes, are you planning on having a bath tonight?
I think you might be looking at a sleepless night there, Jack.
Just for a change, eh?
Well, so you are busy then?
I'm always busy, Jock.
We're wondering, like, you know, if there's any jobs going.
Henry Wilkes said that Kate and Joe were away, like.
No. I'm sorry, lads.
Oh, well, thanks anyway, Jack.
In any case, we couldn't afford to pay the going rate. £100 at the most. You probably get more than that with your dole and supplementary benefit.
Aye, but at least we'd be doing something.
We just want to be useful again, you know.
Yeah, I know. I only got my job back as Matt left. I'm sorry, lads.
Aye. Cheers.
Sarah, I'm glad you're here.
Annie?
I just wanted to say thank you
What for?
for helping look for this one yesterday.
Oh, what else could I do?
Robert, Sam, be quiet. I'm sorry, they're going nearly wild at this time of the day. I think it's been cooped up in the house. You were saying?
Just that I didn't do anything much.
You rallied around and I was grateful. For heaven's sake, children! Listen, if you're good, we'll go for a special tea in Houghton.
Yeah!
Well, pipe down and behave yourselves then. Why don't you come too, Sarah?
Well...
Come on, it'd be nice to have someone to talk to.
All right.
We can't go on meeting like this.
Can you back up? I want to get into that field.
That's our land, isn't it?
Yeah, muck spreading. Jack and your father made a deal, and Muggins here has to do all the dirty work.
Glamorous life, this farming. How do you stand the smell?
What smell? My nose has gone numb like the rest of me.
Well, how about a hot drink? Thaw you out?
Yeah, I'd love one when I'm finished. Now, any chance of getting out the way?
Yeah, if you agree to a rematch.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner tonight to make up for leaving me in the lurch the other day.
Do you really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, dinner tonight, and if we don't get on, I'll call it quits.
I don't know,
Come on. I'm only asking you to eat with me. I'm not asking for a lifetime's commitment.
OK, then, dinner tonight.
Terrific.
Same time, same place?
I'll book a table. Again.
Now shift your car before I give it a quick respray.
Can't you eat that last scone, Sam?
No. Well, you'll never grow up to be big and strong.
I don't want to grow up.
Everyone has to.
Peter Pan didn't.
Ah, but Peter Pan was special. He was magic. And not being able to grow up made him very sad in the end.
I don't want to.
Shall I cut that up for you, Robert?
Yes, please.
The great thing about other people's kids is that you can walk away from them when you've had enough.
What about the parents? Can you walk away from them too?
Well, I guess so. If I thought it was necessary.
I see.
And if the other person thought so too. It's two-way traffic, Mrs. Sugden. I know you think mine and Jack's relationship is a bit odd.
If you can call it that.
I've been single for a long time. I'm not certain I want to give that up. Much better to stay at arm's length for the time being, I think.
Does Jack see it that way?
I promise you, he's more than happy with the arrangement.
It's not that I don't want a baby brother or sister.
So why do you keep going on about it all the time, Mark?
I'm just surprised, that's all. I mean, what's Dad gonna say?
It's got nothing to do with Dad.
Well, I don't know. I just know that he's not going to be very happy.
So what? Look, he's messed up enough as it is already, Mark. I'm glad that Mum's going to have a baby. She's much better off with Joe. Anyway, I don't see that it's any of our business.
It's just not us, is it? I mean, he's not going to be our family anymore.
Of course it is. It's just changing, that's all. It'll still be us.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Does Maxine know you're here?
No. Why should she?
The right hand doesn't know what the left is up to, hmm?
She's just a friend.
I've got friends, but none of them look at me the way she was looking at you in the pub.
Keeping an eye on me, were you?
Call it female solidarity. I don't like the idea of another woman being upset.
Listen, she's just a mate.
I call her sometimes when I need a bit of company.
What, and discuss politics?
Oh, don't be a prude. She's a free spirit.
Does she ever call you when she needs company?
No, it's not that kind of deal.
I see.
No, you don't see, actually. You don't see at all. Maxine is the fiancée of my best mate. We're all at college together. When Lol's out of the country, I take Max for a drink sometimes. It's all straight and decent. Honest Injun.
It's none of my business anyway.
Right.
So, is this cryptosporidium business going to set you back then?
Why, I hardly think so. It hasn't affected the fish.
I'm very glad to hear it.
Yes, yes, I'm sure. You know, I think I have a clear case against Emmerdale. I mean, discharging their effluent into the river, whatever next.
You make it sound deliberate.
No, but it's typical of their arrogant attitude. You see, I think conservation is the one most important issue that faces this country.
If not the planet.
Yes, quite. And don't you agree, Frank?
Oh, I agree with you. On the principle. But there are different ways of interpreting that, don't you think?
Well, yes, quite probably.
Right.
Thank you. Kim was saying you had the architects here today.
Did she?
Yes.
Did she tell you why?
No, she didn't.
Got her well trained, you see. What would you say if I told you I was going to turn this place into a theme park? You know, fun fair, boating lake, that sort of thing.
I'd be absolutely appalled.
Amos really wouldn't. Not when the Jarrahs started turning up. You'd do pretty well out of it.
I'm sure Amos would be violently opposed to such an idea.
Of increased profits? Oh, I doubt it. It's a pretty sound, you know, the ring-a-ding-ding of till bells.
But he would ruin the character of the village.
And what about Jock and his Geordie sidekick? They'd have jobs. And a lot more. Wouldn't ruin it for them, would it? Well,
I don't know what to say.
There's nothing you can say. Anyway, I'm only joking. How's the wine? I got it in specially for you.
You are joking, aren't you?
No, I went into Hoppen this afternoon.
No, I mean about your plans.
I told you. I cycled in. I also run.
Really?
Yes, I like to keep myself fit. Can't bear to see a man out of condition. Don't you think?
Really? I try not to think of that sort of thing.
So I see.
I tell you what, you look very sexy behind the wheel of a tractor. Hey, relax. I'm not going to jump on you.
It isn't that. I don't want to be rude, but I have to be up really early in the morning.
It's okay. So do I. Jackie was a lucky fella, you know. Having you as a wife, attractive.
Wasn't very lucky in the end, was he?
No, he wasn't really. I've had a lovely meal. I'd like to think we could do it again sometime.
What about the deal?
What deal?
The one we made this afternoon. You said...
I said if we didn't get on, I'd call it quits, but we have. I've had a great time.
Look, Chris, I am not capable of being the kind of company you want.
What do you think I want?
Something easy, like Maxine.
Will you offer me something else then?
No, please let go.
Listen, all I want is to spend some time with you. Be friends. I know it's difficult for you, but I don't mind. I'm in no rush.
No, it won't work, Chris. I think I'd rather you just left me alone.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to. I won't push you. I'm not giving up.
Bye-bye. Here we are. Thank you. There we go.
Well, Alan's going to introduce me to him.
The Secretary of the Hunt?
Yes, why not?
I accept that you have to do business with these people, but that doesn't mean to say I like them.
But these are the very people who have the interests of the country at heart.
Do they? Or is it their own interest? If you ask me, this part of the world could do with a damn good shake-up.
What, with museums and boating lakes and car parks?
That sort of thing, yes. It may interest you to know that that is the sort of thing that could save the Dales.
That's not my idea of conservation.
Your idea of conservation, I suppose, is leave things as they are. That's what's been happening. You take the Dales over the last 50 years. Huge loss of jobs, depopulation, and fewer farmers. There's no point in preserving that.
It's the preservation of the countryside I'm interested in, not developing it in the way you suggest.
But who's going to pay for it? You can bet your life it won't be the farmers and won't be the government. What it needs...
What's wrong?
What it needs is private enterprise of a kind that this area's never seen before. And here's an example in front of us. Excuse me, Mr. Turner. Stay and chat to Kim about horses.
Right, that's it. My arms are dropping off. Ah, come on. Thanks very much. You've saved my skin.
Shh. Now, don't do it again.
Nah, don't worry about that, Amos. I won't. Come on.
See you later.
All right, see you later.
Nick?
Come on, I know you're there. Working late, aren't you?
Yes, well, I had a few things to sort out.
I bet there was. Have they gone?
Who?
Oh, come on, Nick, give me some credit. I saw them.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Got some pretty good friends, Nick. I hope you're rewarding them well for all their work. You, managed to replace all the fish, then?
You knew?
Well, I could hardly fail to notice dead fish floating on the surface, could I?
No, of course not. So, what are you going to do?
Well, I reckon you did pretty well in sorting out the mess you made without coming crying to me. And you learned a bit about water gardening into the bargain.
I've certainly learned how much koi carp cost.
Go on, get yourself home to bed, lad. And don't be late in the morning.
You mean I've still got my job?
You got away with it. This time.